Hey, it's Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
Hi, this is live from Phantom Corporation.
It's great to be chatting today. Time and Tide. It sounds like a declaration of war. What demons were you exercising when you wrote this monstrosity?
Well, not too many, to be honest. We're having a no, well, seriously, there is always something to deal with. There is always something negative surrounding you. I mean, time and title, as you know yourself, goes following the saying, time and tide waits for no man. Um, that was the basic idea to it. Musically, there's a little bit of everything on there. It's some metal, there is some punk, there's some crust, some hardcore in there. Like Phantom Corporation is pretty much all over the place as long as it's extreme, it's gonna work for us. Um, yeah, and lyrically, it just supports the music and the overall vibe. So there is some pretty bleak stuff on there. There is uh something that deals with society these days, that deals with our personal situations and feelings. It just depends. We got a bunch of songwriters, we got a bunch of lyricists, so it's like basically a song by song effort where we hope that it comes together as an interesting album.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been listening to it a lot, and I mean, I'm guessing you got a lot of inspiration from what's going on in the world at the moment more than anything.
How can you not, right? How can you not?
Should have to come and live in the UK for a week, mate. That'll get you some inspiration. I'm telling you, you can make it up. Um, all right, and so every riff then feels like a blade. Was this album sharpened to kill trends or carve your own bloody path?
Holy shit, that question really like is taking it to the next level. Like you gotta explain me that once more.
Well, like every riff is like sharp, yeah. Everything's fucking brutal. It's like cutting.
As
Um,
it should be, right? I mean, a good riffs makes a good song. I mean, that's the
yeah,
starting point for everything, right?
and I mean, obviously, like we're all getting older these days. Like I said to you, I interviewed you probably like 10 years ago now. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know, are you feeling like as you're maturing, getting older, you're getting more angry and more putting more venom into what you're producing when you're
Yeah,
there?
well, maybe. I mean, the thing is that it's definitely not getting milder. We're not slowing it down. We're not taking it easier than before. I mean, to me, it's always been about giving it 100%. So when it comes to aggressive music, there is no point in not doing top level aggressivity. Basically, like there should be no boundaries. There should be no limitations, no holding back. And Phantom Corporation is a good example for that. We just try to go all in basically, and yeah, hopefully manage to bring across a pretty relentless message, both musically and lyrically. I mean, that's what it's all about for us.
Obviously, I know you like From Juice Scented. Is that the end of Juice Scented? Is there ever a pathway back to that?
No, no, no. I mean, we came to a great closure. We did the band 26, 27 years. I mean, I started in that band when I was 15. Obviously things happen, and at some point we felt, we did 10 albums, we did a lot of touring, a lot of gigging, went through many lineup changes, and we felt we had covered enough. I just had this feeling that it was all good and fair, and managed to remain friends with the final lineup of the band, even though we were preparing to maybe do another album, maybe do another round of touring. But I just felt like we were coming to a solid point where it just felt like it would be a good moment to give it an ending. And we did final shows, we did a huge party as a very last local gig. We invited old members and families came out and whatever. So it was all it's good. Like it's definitely no regrets. And I feel that we hung it up in 2018. So it's been 7 years now. Yeah, it's been 7 years, and we managed to also avoid the weird pandemic time with the band, which would have been a nightmare, to be
Yeah.
honest. So yeah, all good really. No, I think we had a very good time and a very good opportunity with the band, and this is the next chapter with something else.
Amazing. So back to Time and Tide then, this classic, like, not, yeah, classic fucking thrashathon crust metal devastation, yeah? Sorcerer, Rigso, or Cinematic Darkness. That's probably my favorite track. Which is your favorite track on the album today? They'll all be your babies, I know, but which is your favorite today?
Yeah, I'm still warming up to be honest. You know, we started with Sorcerer, Crocodile, and which one was it? See, I don't even recall, but we just started playing those live. So, you know, I personally like to give everything like Authentic Disruption, the opening track of the album. So those three we have been playing live, and I would like to be able to give every song a similar chance, you know, of performing it to see how they do on that level. Um, I got a little bit of everything. You know, at some point, I really liked that song Western Apocalypse, like the closing song of the album. I like Pound of Flesh a lot as well. It's more melodic, more punk inspired crust song. So yeah, I mean, in reality, I like the fact that we have a lot of width on this album. Like there is a lot of different tracks coming from different songwriters as well. Um, I enjoy that variety and you know it's all extreme, it's all pretty heavy, but at
Mhm.
the same time I have the feeling that there is a bit more going on than on previous releases, you know, like more different stuff, which never hurts to me, you know.
Amazing. And of course, it's like going to be released. It's like a perfect Christmas. Sorry, start that again. Of course, it's going to be released just before Christmas. It's a perfect Christmas present. Yeah.
Amazing Christmas present, that's what we were thinking, you know, like this is going to set the mood and every maybe we should consider doing some Christmas merch, like some of those ugly sweaters and shit like that.
Yeah, you should.
Uh,
Yeah.
No,
And
no, but seriously, I mean,
yeah,
it's
you
just
should.
you know, it's honestly, it's just you know, it's a pretty well, it's a cold season, you know, it's when things like mellow out a little bit. You know, some people go into Christmas holidays or spend time with the families. Um, it just feels like a good album for this time of the year, some way, you know.
Absolutely. So on release day, do you plan to do like a live stream or like a talk through of the tracks on the album? What's happening on release day?
That's interesting ideas. No, we haven't considered those, to be honest. I mean, we are more like I'm gonna say like a more old school type of band. You know, we like to be in the rehearsal room. We like to be amongst people. That's why we like to play shows. So we
Yeah.
were trying to do something in that vein, and we actually narrowed it down to making in-store appearances. So we're gonna do and obviously not meet and greet type of things, but we're actually going to play shows in record stores. So
Okay.
we just chose two local record stores in Bremen and Hamburg, where the band is based.
Hmm.
You know, favorite record stores of ours, where we like the people that run them, where we are customers ourselves. You know, and we're just going to cram in there and play some of the new songs, you know, like do like basically a free DIY type of punk show. So
Yeah.
that's we haven't announced those properly, but that's what we're doing on the weekend of the release of the album. So hopefully that's going to be interesting for ourselves as well. It's basically like a you know a public rehearsal.
Amazing. So what about talking about Christmas then? Is there like a Christmas song that you'd cover?
Holy shit!
Which
I
one?
don't think anybody has ever asked me that. I don't think I've even like considered thinking about that. I mean, you know, the obvious choice has got to be Last Christmas. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
that's like the on all levels that's going to be the right song because it is so wrong. You know, but um, yeah, I haven't thought about it. I don't think we're very interested in that whole holiday ourselves. You know, I went shopping the other day and they were already selling all of the you know all of the candies for
yeah,
Christmas, and there were like all the calendars, and they're pushing you into buying stuff that you don't need
of
just to give it
course.
away around that time to not be the one that doesn't give away presents.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
it's a shit show. It's such a horrible holiday. Granted, there is an upside to it, you know, which is couple more mellow days, the end of the year, so you can go, fuck
Yeah,
2025, you know,
yeah.
finally. and maybe seeing the family, which is always good to have a couple of days off for that. But honestly, I do not look forward to
Nor
Christmas.
do
It
I.
makes me
Hate
feel
it.
really bad.
I hate it with a passion too. Absolutely winds
Yeah,
me up. I work in retail, so it started like in August where I work. It's ridiculous. It's just it's
really,
just
right? I mean that's what I thought.
crazy.
Like, I mean, how much earlier can you start?
It's disgusting. I can't stand it. I really can't. And the music,
You,
everything
you, you,
about it.
my
Oh, he froze. You still there? You still there?
snow
It's freezing.
knowing it's really different than the rest of them anymore these days. I mean, what's the fucking point?
Exactly. What is the point? Exactly. That's how I think, man. All right. So, extreme music mirrors chaos. How much of Time and Tide is a middle finger to the world that's burning outside?
I'm gonna say 95%.
Real. Okay. So, can you tell us then a little bit about touring? And we're in the 2026 nearly already. Are there plans to do some festivals like Wacken, Hellfest, something like that?
Wacken and Hellfest haven't knocked on our doors, even
Yeah.
though I wouldn't say no if they call, But yeah, we're a very underground bass band, so I'm not sure we fit all of those huge events. They might have other things that they're looking at, but honestly, we're just taking it easy when it comes to making ourselves available. So whoever's interested in the band can always approach us. We're playing a good dose of shows already that we have confirmed. We have some summer festivals as well. But we're actually just waiting to get the album out first. I'm sure that that's going to spark some interest. Hopefully, people are going to like the music, and then if they have a slot for us, they'll reach out. But it's not really, we don't have that necessity to go out and book ourselves shows. We're not really doing that. We're trying to spend a lot of time with the band, but if we're not playing a show, we're meeting and doing rehearsals. I mean, that's basically what we're doing. So it's either or, and I like my good time with the guys at the rehearsal room as well to be creative and to try out a couple of things.
Cool. So then which do you prefer then for Phantom Corporation? So sweat so small clubs or a festival?
I would say small clubs.
Yeah.
I think that's the right environment for most of the extreme
Yeah.
music and most of the extreme bands like ours. I mean, obviously, it never hurts to play in front of more people and to reach new crowds. But I like the intensity of like a sweaty club show. For example, not so long ago, a couple of weeks ago, we played with Left to Die. The old Death members playing Leprosy and Scream
Yeah.
Bloody Gore. 500 capacity room, completely packed, big guys, everybody having a great time, everybody like drinking and partying.
Yeah.
Um, that made a great show. If it would have been an open air, it's like you don't have connection with people. You don't,
Uh,
it's
too far
uh,
away.
yeah,
Yeah.
depending on the weather, it's not dark.
Yeah.
It's a couple of those things that make it less cool. So yeah, I would totally say a club show. But yeah, I'll take the music anywhere. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, then. So what's the strangest idea then that's crawled out of the writing sessions for this album that survived?
Uh, I lost you on that one. Can
Sorry,
can you repeat that?
what's the strangest idea that crawled out of the writing sessions for the songs? Is there a strangest idea?
Interesting one. I haven't thought about that. I mean, to be honest, we did write a lot of material for this record. So I don't know if you have been clued in yet, but we basically wrote like 5 or 6 more songs that we also finished, also recorded. So we basically have a next like split mini album release already like
Yeah, I saw that.
underway.
Yeah,
So that's going to be prepared for some point next summer, basically. And some of the songs were a little bit different, like in a positive way, because when
yeah,
you have 16, 17 songs, hopefully they don't sound too similar to each other. And there were a couple of things where I felt like, okay, let's make sure the flow between the songs is right. Um, I don't think we discarded anything because it was too crazy. We just had to find a way of making it fit together.
okay.
So really, I mean, the stuff that I thought was the most crazy actually sounds like normal parts of the album at the moment, you know? Like so sometimes things just basically become uh, a regular part after a while when you get used to it, you know?
Okay. So what one piece of advice would you give to a band clawing their way out of the underground? Would you say stay in the underground or push harder?
Depends on what you know what you want, what it is that you want to achieve. I mean, in the end of the day, you should always push as hard as possible. I mean, there is no excuse not to, and to be lazy and wait for things to happen, because that's just not how it works. um I would probably say, like, think about why it is that you're doing it for, what your own expectations are, because some people seem to be happy with different results than others, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
some people like to look at a long-term approach. Some people want to be somewhere in a shortest, fastest time possible.
yeah,
Um, I personally always had pretty modest and realistic expectations about my own music, because I'm just a fan of the style, and
yeah.
I always consider myself a part of the scene, whether
Hmm.
I'm holding a microphone or not, or just attending a show, or whether I'm writing a review or just reading a review. It's
Yeah.
like so I don't know. It really depends on your own expectations. I would probably tell people that these days you have to do so much to stand out, because there are so many bands. It's crazy. I mean, there
It's
was a lot of
insane.
more direct opportunities than the past. I mean, with
Yeah.
the internet and with social media, you can actually uh, you actually have a platform that you
Hmm.
can reach people with if you have an idea, and if you found a way to present yourselves. But at the same time, it's dangerous as well, because that's not real life.
This is
That's
not.
it's just a vehicle. It's
Yeah.
it's there is a lot of people who live on social media, and to me, that's not gonna cut it if you are a proper band. If you're a proper band, you need to get out there and do a couple of